Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about the top 10 most expensive countries in the world. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. New York City is known for being one of the most costly cities in the United States, as well as one of the most expensive cities in the world. Only 4 countries have a greater cost of living than New York, with a cost of living that is up to 31% higher. However, even if a country offers low rent and low food prices, it may be expensive in other areas. Residents may face a high cost of living as a result of high taxes, poor incomes, and above-average transportation expenditures. Over the years, the expense of living has only risen. Housing, electricity, water, groceries, clothing, and petrol for your vehicle can quickly add up. However, the cost of living in some of the countries is exorbitant, making it difficult for many individuals and families to make ends meet. The top 10 most expensive countries to live in are as follows. Number 10. Barbados. Barbados tops the list of the world's 10 most expensive countries to live in. Barbados is a sovereign island republic in the Caribbean area of North America, in the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies. With a population of 285,719 people, it encompasses around 349 square kilometers and is 23 kilometers broad and 34 kilometers long. Barbados is the 4th most densely populated country in the Americas, with approximately 110,000 people living in Bridgetown, the capital. A one-bedroom studio apartment in Bridgetown can set you back roughly $500 per month, or $100 per night on Airbnb. A regular restaurant dinner will set you back no less than $13, depending on where you go. A beer costs around $6.50 and coffee costs around $5. Number 9. Japan. Japan is the world's 10th most expensive country to live in. Japan is a Southeast Asian archipelago island nation made up of 852 islands with a population of 126.8 million people. The 4 main islands, which account for around 97% of Japan's population, are home to the majority of the country's 582 residents. Many large cities in Japan, such as Osaka, Yokohama, Nagoya, and Sapporo, have populations of more than 2 million people. Tokyo, on the other hand, is Japan's capital and largest metropolis, with a population of almost 37 million people. Renting a one-bedroom studio apartment in Tokyo will set you back around $1,370 per month, or $111 each night on Airbnb. The cost of eating out varies, but on average, a standard meal should cost around $15 and a beverage should cost around $6 for one person. Number 8. Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands are the world's 2nd most populous British overseas territory, after Bermuda. It is situated in the westernmost point of the Caribbean Sea. With a present population of around 63,000 people, it consists of several islands, including Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. The Cayman Islands are well known for hosting offshore corporations, with over 100,000 companies believed to be registered in the Cayman Islands. If you're thinking of doing business in Georgetown, the Cayman Islands capital, a one-bedroom studio apartment will set you back roughly $1,924 per month or $83 per night on Airbnb. On the island, you could spend a lot of money on food and alcohol. A normal meal out will set you back at least $20 to $30, with beer around $8 and coffee around $7 per cup. Number 7. The Bahamas. The privilege of living on an island, like in Bermuda, comes with a cost. The majority of commodities must be imported, thereby driving up the cost of regular consumables. Because there is no income tax, the government generates revenue through taxing imported commodities and levying value-added tax, VAT, on goods and services offered by vendors. Because the Bahamas has a high standard of life, real estate in the country is also on the higher end of the spectrum. Depending on the type and location of housing you pick, you can still find affordable housing. Number 6. Denmark. Denmark is not for people looking for an inexpensive place to live. It has some of the world's most expensive restaurants. In a mid-range restaurant, a 3-course lunch for 2 costs around 600 Danish krone, Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, is one of the world's most costly cities. Outside of the capital, life is less expensive, but it is still not inexpensive. One thing is certain: if you live in Denmark as a foreigner, you will have a high-quality existence, but it will come at a cost. Even more so if you have children, as children account for the majority of household expenses and may drive up the cost of living in Denmark. Number 5. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a small country with a high purchasing power. While it is densely packed with high-end banking and international finance firms, it compensates for this by offering extremely pricey restaurants, cafes, and pubs. According to Expetistan, the cost of living in Luxembourg is higher than in 81% of Western European towns, as well as 85% of cities worldwide. Some people prefer to buy for their weekly groceries over the border, as everything from milk to beef to beer is significantly cheaper in France than in Luxembourg. Number 4. Norway. Norway has consistently rated higher on lists of the world's most expensive countries, and visitors can tell when they compare what their currency can buy them once exchanged. Food is expensive, as is eating out, and even cab rates are frequently double what you would expect to pay elsewhere in Europe. Norway has a high VAT rate of 25%, which raises the cost of most ordinary items. While food is taxed at a reduced rate of 15%, it is nevertheless deemed expensive. Many everyday items, such as milk and bread, are really more expensive in Norway than they are elsewhere. Number 3. Iceland. In recent years, this Nordic island nation has become a favorite destination for young travel bloggers and environment lovers. The cost of living in Iceland is relatively expensive. However, this isn't due to housing. In comparison to New York, you may rent a property for less than half the price. It's the food that's expensive. You'll have to spend a lot of money on groceries. Because of its isolation from the rest of Europe and lack of fertile land, Iceland is compelled to import much of its food, driving increasing prices. Importing foreign items is also subject to stringent laws in the country, which adds to the price. Number 2. Bermuda. When you examine Bermuda's beaches and blue ocean, it's simple to see why someone might want to live there. Unfortunately, for most individuals, that is far beyond their reach. Bermuda, a tax haven in the Atlantic Ocean, is one of the world's most expensive countries, with Hamilton, the country's capital, ranking among the world's most expensive cities. According to Numbeo, the British Overseas Territory has a cost of living that is 100% greater than the United States. Number 1. Switzerland. Switzerland is, perhaps unsurprisingly, one of the most costly countries to live in. If you've ever traveled there, you'll know how expensive it is. Food, beverages, hotels, housing, restaurants, clothing, and health insurance, or pretty much everything you need, are all extremely expensive in the country. Restaurant and grocery prices are exorbitant, and the country is frequently referred to as the most costly in the world. While Switzerland is pricey for its residents, it is the ultimate culture shock for visitors from other countries. Various studies have repeatedly demonstrated that Swiss consumers pay significantly more for essential products and services than customers in the rest of Europe. Rents are half of what they are in New York, but income tax can be as high as 40% globally. Even if you live in your own home, you will be taxed. Swiss citizens, on the other hand, have 26% more purchasing power than New Yorkers. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.